Hello, thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to be doing a page kit assembly. This is from my Grinch page kit. If you haven't already picked one up, please check the description below this video and you'll find a link to my shop where you will find this kit as well as many other fun projects. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in your kit, or if you are just doing this on your own with your own papers, that's totally fine. I'm using a paper from Echo Park, and the paper I am using today is called Cookies for Santa. It's from the Gingerbread Christmas collection, and it is item number GC221004. So we're using 2 sheets of this. You're going to want to cut this down to 11 3/4 square, and then a 12 by 12 sheet of just solid black cardstock. You can adhere this any way you like. I am using the Art Glitter Designer Dries Clear Liquid Adhesive with the fine metal tip. Now this does dry quickly, so to avoid getting lumps in the paper, you just have to move pretty fast when using the liquid glue. But the reason I like using it is because it dries pretty stiff, so it makes your page really nice and sturdy, as opposed to when you're just using a dry adhesive such as score tape or a tape runner. I love those tapes. However, when I want something to be really nice and sturdy, I go for my my art glitter glue. So you just want to lay this down. Again, you have to work fairly quickly with this because it does dry fast and you'll end up with those lumps. Okay, so you're going to have an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around your page, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is bring in our photo mats. Now, if you do have one of my kits, you're not going to have white cardstock in there because that just represents the photo. In this case, I don't have photos to put on here yet. Actually, I do have photos, but I haven't gone through and picked out and printed the ones that I'd like to put on this page. So I will do that at a later time. So what I went ahead and did was I took my glue. I just put a little X in the middle of the white on the back, and so that once I go ahead and want to add my photos, I just carefully peel that off and I can glue my photos down. So we have a 4 by 6, a 3 by 4, and then a 3.5 by 5 photo. So the black cardstock is actually 1/4 of an inch larger than that. If you are doing this on your own at home, those are the measurements. But if you did pick up my kit, everything is cut for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. Except for the 12 by 12 background. Those you'll just have to trim down, but photo mats are already done for you. And of course, all of the paper piecings. Okay, so I'm just going to lay them out like this. I'm not going to glue them just yet because I want to get a look at the layout with the cuts, the paper piecings, before I stick anything down, just to make sure it's right where I want it. And your kit will come with step-by-step instructions with full color photographs. But I encourage you to just pull up this video once you receive the kit, and you can sit and put it together with me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. Okay, so it's gonna look something like that. Just want to see where we're at before I stick everything down. I think it's going to be like that. Now on him, he has a straight edge, so that's going to go right against the green. Don't go all the way to the black. And then his head's going to overlap the title just a bit. And there are paper piecing videos, step by step, on how to put all these images together on my channel as well. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna move him over a little bit, because you don't want to cover up the photo space too much. Actually, it's going to be hard to get it photo tucked in there, isn't it? It's pretty much framed out. So let's see, we don't want to overlap him too much. Now if you already have a photo, then it doesn't matter. But we'll make sure that no sticky goes down on there where these are. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to, now this one overlaps this one, but maybe I should overlap. Nah, I think I'm gonna do the bigger one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just not gonna put glue right there in the corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick my fingers right there, and that'll remind me to go around that spot. Okay, and I'm gonna place it about 1/4 of an inch of the green showing. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to move him out of the way. I'm going to stick this one down next. Oh dear. Okay, good thing it dries clear. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add this last photo mat. Now it's not perfectly centered left to right. It's a little more over to the right. So let's see. I did it about 2 1/8 inches of green showing. So he's gonna go right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just stick him down now. And I've already applied my foam squares just to save on time for the video. Okay. Cute. All right, now this one's gonna go up here. I did not put any foam squares at the top of his antlers right here because I knew that I was going to overlap this one, so I suggest not putting foam squares on that. So this is going to go right here, maybe even a little bit higher. Like I said, the more I overlap the photo, the harder it's going to be to get a picture in there. Okay, let me do the title. I'm going to put the title in first. Now this one, I need to see if it's going to overlap a photo first. Kind of a little bit right there. But there's a sticky there, but I won't go in too far. So. Okay, I'm going to put this one down next. I'm going to put it down kind of as far as I can go. Maybe about, because I don't want to cover the photo too much. It's like 1/8 here and maybe 1/4 here, a little Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take something that has a corner. You're going to place it right at the edge of that, the black of the photo mat. Lay this on top where you want it. And then you're going to pick this up. And that's going to show you exactly where to remove, what area you can remove all the foam squares. You do not want adhesive covering your photo mat. If your photo's there, that's perfectly fine. You can stick it down your photo, but not your photo mat. You won't be able to get a picture in there. All right. So then when you do get your picture, you can go back in and peel those out. What I do, so I don't bend my paper, is I'll use like a tweezers and kind of get in there to get off the paper. Oh, am I off camera? I am so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna move that up a little bit. Okay. So he's gonna go, now we know we want him to the edge here. Maybe just like that. Maybe he's covering. Let's see. I think that'll work. Yeah, so he overlaps this a little and the top of that. Okay, so this is covering the photo mats, both of these. So I'm just going to stick it right there, and then I know not to remove any adhesive that this paper touches. I'm just going to hold that in place. So I'm going to start with this edge here, and actually I'm going to put some liquid glue. You don't have to do this, but I'll just secure it on right on the edge. Although I've got a foam square really close there, so that might not work. That's probably not a good idea anyway. Forget the glue. Okay, because I've got the foam square too close. Is there any on his? Yeah. Okay, that looks great. So now I just have to do this one. Let me give you a close up there. Okay, and a close up of the doggy, Max. Okay, so now this one. Now I can do it up here and not cover his antlers. Maybe I'll do that. Originally I had it right here. Maybe I'll just cover the tip. Yeah. And that way it's kind of connecting these two photos, and then this connects to him. It kind of anchors it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to do that. So I can remove that tape. This overlaps too much here, so I'm going to put that there. I think I should leave this one on. When you go to put this back on, if you have that, you want to make sure to get the, I mean, if you have that mistake like I do, make sure you have the super glossier side to put it back on so it doesn't stick. Yeah, the reason I'm doing that is just so it'll be easier to remove these two because the middle won't be stuck down. If that makes any sense, I hope. All right. So I don't want this to overlap too much because I got a sticky there. So just a touch. and just a touch on his antlers. Yeah. Okay, I like that. All right, left side is done. Okay, so we're going to move on to the right side, and I forgot to cover my glue. I'm going to do that real quick. I don't like to leave it without its pin for too long because it will tend to clog up. And I like to go like that to make sure it's not drying up in there. Okay, that's awesome. I am loving that page. Let's go ahead and do the right side. Now I've already glued down the background and the photo mats where we want them. So we have a 4x6 photo mat here, horizontal. Then we have two 3x3s and a 3.5 by 5. Again, that's the size of your photo. The photo mat's going to be 1/4 of an inch larger. So, but that's the size to cut your photos on if you're doing the page kit. Okay, so first of all, I want to make sure I am in camera. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to bring in this piece right here. And again, if you'd like to see the how-to on the paper piecing of these, please check them out on my channel. And if you are enjoying this video, I really appreciate it if you click that like button. And please subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out. Okay, so that, okay, so there we go. So first one I'm going to stick down, that's another one that might be hard to get a photo in later. So what you could do, if you don't have your photos ready yet either and you're putting this together, is I just recommend maybe getting all your paper piecings done and sticking a few things down, but then maybe leaving off maybe just these two or a couple of them, or even all the paper piecings. As long as they're put together, just throw it in the bag with your background page. Then when you have your photos, you can go ahead and glue them on. Whatever works for you. I'm gonna glue this down first. Okay, so let me see. This is all good, but then it gets overlaps up here and then here. So honestly, what I want to do, I think what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to keep all the tape backing on these, just not to make it so complicated. I'm just going to take it off of this part right here. And that way it'll be much easier to add my photos in. Now this one, I purposefully made sure to put the foam squares in a little bit. They're in about a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to add some glue just to the edge, going about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. Okay, and I'm going to start it about 1/8 of an inch away from that bottom photo, and I'm lining it up with the edge of the green cardstock so that it's sticking down on me. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, got a little off. All right, it's a little off. Well, that green is showing. Just gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to ignore it. Okay, and then this photo mat is 1/4 of an inch of green showing, and then maybe about 3/4 here. No, I totally eyeballed it. But let's see. Yeah, it's 3/4. 3/4 from the bottom. Okay. And this one's gonna go on next. He is going to go right there. That looks perfect. So what I'll do with him, again, I want to make it easy or to get these in place. So I think what I'll do is I won't remove the ones from his head, And I'll just do a few here on the left and the bottom, his feet. And I won't do, see that fits, no wait, this foot. I'm gonna leave that foot. Okay, so I just removed a few here. I'm leaving the tape backing on the head and all of this and this foot. Okay. Super cute. Okay, now we're gonna put this one down. Okay, this is gonna be tough because it's like really overlapping the photo here. So this one, maybe I'll just do the S. Oh, but then there's that. Ay, ay, ay. It's gonna be hard to get them all. You know what? I'm gonna, yeah, I'll get the ones out of the middle here. You know what? If later down the road I can't reach to even get the paper backing off, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's still on there as long as it's stuck in place. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stick the S down like that. Just the S. So I'm just gonna do these three. Maybe if I should have the other one too. Yeah, just those three. Okay. Okay, so now I should be able to slip a photo in there. Yeah. Done. All right. All right, let's see if I can get them both. Oh, I'm going to give you a close-up. Okay, let's see if I can get them both on camera. Did they fit? Just barely. Well, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please click that like button if you have, and please subscribe to my channel. Click that bell for notifications, and once again, please check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.